Hey, Steve here, and I want to welcome you back to the channel where today I'm going to be talking about 10 habits that successful people have, or what they do to help them become successful. And if this is your first time visiting this channel, I ask you please subscribe, click the bell icon down below so you'll be notified of all future videos that I put out. And with that, let's get started. So one of the things that you want to do is get up early in the morning. This way you've got that alone time with just you and yourself and your thoughts. If you're one of those people that stays up an extra 2 hours binge watching Netflix or Hulu, you want to stop doing that. You want to take that time to get yourself up an extra 2 hours early in the morning and take on some of the habits that these self-made millionaires have done. Like as an example, they take that time to improve themselves in the morning. Since you've got that quiet time, you haven't started your workday yet, the kids are maybe asleep, the wife's still in bed, it's just you and your thoughts. So take that time to improve upon yourself. Start reading more. It's said that 85% of self-made millionaires read on average of 2 to 3 books every month. And those books include topics such as biographies, finance, self-help, and as well as leadership. If you want to become a better leader, start reading books about leadership. If you want to get better with your money, start reading books on finance. The other thing is that Bill Gates, whom I'm sure you know, he reads on average 50 books a year. He's always been big on continuing education, because a lot of the stuff that you get to learn out of the books, they don't teach it in school, which as well as you know. Warren Buffett is another one. He spends 80% of his day reading. And I know online it says, he once was quoted as saying he reads 600 to 1,000 pages a day, but he cleared that up in an interview, and it's actually 500 pages a week. Granted, mostly what he reads is probably the newspapers, as he's always looking for that next big company to take over and buy. So he's reading the newspaper, but at least he's teaching himself and keeping himself up to date with current events. The third thing that you can do is you can exercise in the morning. Richard Branson gets up every morning at 5 a.m. and he starts his day with exercise. He says it is a great way to energize yourself, which he's right. It gets the blood flowing to the brain, and it's also basically refreshing, starting the day refreshed. He's not going into the office or starting his workday without exercising first, and you can be doing the same thing. Plus, your health is very important to your long-term wealth strategy that you're trying to build. The other thing you can do, the fourth thing, is you can pray and meditate in the morning. When you pray, you're having that conversation with God. And when you're meditating, you're just sitting in complete silence with just you and your thoughts, and try and listen for God's response to your prayers. Now, keep in mind, He doesn't answer prayers right away. He will answer them when He thinks you're ready for them. So make sure that you sit down in the morning before you do anything else and have a conversation with God. Put Him first in your life, and greater things will start happening. The fifth thing that you might want to start doing is journaling. Write down what it is, what are your goals for the day, what are your goals for the week, and you can start small with smaller goals to get up to the bigger goals. In this way, you have a complete diary. Basically, you can look back 2 or 3 years in the past, and it's like, oh, what was I doing this time 3 years ago? Oh, I was thinking about X, Y, and Z, or my goal was to accomplish this. And then you can sit back and ponder on those goals, and which goals did you not accomplish and which ones you did. And then you've got a conversation piece right there for other people. The other thing is that you can start taking online courses to better educate yourself. And this is an easy way to learn. They got a ton of websites out there that offer free online courses. Even some of the colleges offer free courses as well. And I'll go ahead and put a link in the description down below to some of those classes. The other thing that you want to do, number 7, is essentially you want to have mentors or teachers to learn from. They can be free, or you can get a paid coach, as long as you've got someone to help teach you what they have already learned. And I know, some of you may be thinking, oh, I don't know enough to have a mentor. That's not true. Anyone can be your mentor. As long as you can establish that relationship with that person, I'm willing to bet they'll be more than happy to mentor you, especially if they've already, they've done their time. If they're retired and they've made their money, they want to help a young, hungry person pick them up in life. They'll be more than willing to help you out. And if you're going to hire a coach, you're paying them anyway, so they're going to be meeting with you on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. I have found some of the best mentors for me is in my church group. There are businessmen that go to church and that have actually helped me with my business and helped me get through things. I can ask them all different questions, whether it's through investing or through business questions, leadership questions. It's always nice to have someone to fall back on. And those people, like I said, they are already making a success in their life or with their business, and they're more than happy to share their experiences with you, because it's always nice to learn from other people's failures. It's a fast track way to get ahead in life, I will say that. The eighth thing is you want to start being more positive. You were born positive, and that the world destroys that, unfortunately. So if you can, you have to be positive. I can't stress that enough. Because if you're going to sit there and bring and just think negative thoughts about yourself, oh, I can't do this, I'm not going to start this project because I'm afraid of X, Y, and Z. Don't think that way. You want to start thinking positive. Because if you can think positive, positivity attracts other positive things to you. And if you're going to think negative, it's garbage in, garbage out. If you're going to think negative thoughts about yourself, you're now going to potentially put yourself, your self-esteem is going to go down the tubes, and you may put yourself into a depressive state, and you don't want to do that. So be as positive as you can be. And you're going to attract positive people in your life, and those people are going to help you succeed in life because they want to see you succeed just as well as you want to see them succeed. So two positives definitely can help each other out. The other thing is I don't want you to be afraid to fail. If you're not failing, you're not learning. And when you fail, that's when you quit. So when you quit doing something, now you can say you failed. What is it? Thomas Edison said, I found 1,000 ways not to make the light bulb. He didn't fail 1,000 times. He found 1,000 ways not to do it. And you can be doing the same thing. So think about that. If you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. And because the thing is don't give yourself excuses. You're not going to learn from excuses. You're just going to, it's going to be the living your life of what if. What if I had done this? What if I chose to do this? What if I had finished this here? And instead, you chose to give up. You don't want to live your life with any regrets whatsoever, because when you fail, you're going to learn what not to do. And then if you can, like I said before with your mentors, you can learn from other people's failures so you know not to make those same mistakes in your business life. And the last thing is never stop or giving up, because when you stop trying and you just give up, that's going to let somebody else slide in and take what could have been yours, and you don't want that either. And like I said before, if you're afraid to fail, just push yourself through it. Don't quit. Don't give up, because when you give up, you're going to start living your life with regrets, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to have that what if life. What if I had done this? What if I had done that? So these are just some of the things that successful people start to do. And it's, what was it, Michael Jordan? So I'm going to take a quote from Michael Jordan. Jordan said in one of his interviews that he missed over 9,000 shots in his career, and he's lost over 300 games. Did he stop shooting the ball because he missed 9,000 times? No, he didn't. He became to be one of the greatest basketball players, in my opinion, of all time. He changed the game of basketball. The other thing he had said, besides losing those 300 games, is there was 25 or 26 times that he was trusted to take the game-winning shot, and he missed. So did he stop taking those game-winning shots? Of course not. Pippen passed him the ball, or Paxton passed him the ball, and he tried to win the game anyways. He failed 9,000 times by missing 9,000 shots, but he didn't stop playing the game of basketball. Why should you be any different? If you want something in life, I want you to tackle it head on. Get a game plan together. If you have to, make a list of goals that you want to achieve. Obviously, you want to take smaller goals that build up to a bigger goal, so you can, the smaller achievements add adrenaline to you. It gives you a boost of confidence, because like, oh, I just accomplished these 3 little things that turned out to be one big thing, and now I'm going to go to my next set of small goals. Set goals and make yourself a list that you can go through each and every day. And when you're writing your journal, put that in your journal. What do I want to accomplish today? Or what goals do I need to try and achieve today that I may not have achieved last week? So do that, and I pray that you'll have great success in your life. Well, this concludes today's video on some of the things that successful people do. And I pray that you'll start doing those yourself if you want to see yourself grow and get better in life. If you found this video helpful, I ask you please give it a thumbs up down below. And if you have questions, please leave the question in the comments down below, and I will personally answer that question myself. And if you found this video helpful, please share this with your family and friends to help this channel grow. And as always, subscribe, click the bell icon notification, And God bless. Have a great day.